So what I'm going to do is show you how to adjust the sensitivity of your Skoog. Now there's two ways of doing this. There's the main sensitivity controls on the Skoog panel on the front. There's a little button for up. Bit more. Bit more. And you can see there I'm hardly compressing the foam at all. But I do need to make a sustain pressure because the blown instruments need me to press to blow. So I have to sustain the pressure even if it's light. The different instruments do work in different ways and have a different physical relationship with the Skoog interface. Let's turn that down a bit. So to reduce sensitivity, simply press the minus button. And that changes the sensitivity of the whole Skoog, each of them rising and falling in the same amount. Now that's good for just getting set up very quickly. And you'll find that the different instruments have different sort of sensitivity ranges. So you may want to have it on one sensitivity setting for one instrument, or say something like the brass here. We may want it set differently. So the brass is quite a sensitive instrument. So I may want to reduce the sensitivity when playing the brass to get that full expressive range out of the model. Let's go back to the wooden flute there. Now, there we go. The other way of adjusting the sensitivity on the Skoog is to go to the advanced settings panel here. You click this tab with the cogwheel on it, and this opens up the advanced panel here. Now we've got an individual control for each of the surfaces, so we can set the sensitivity manually and differently for each surface. So I can make the blue less or more sensitive than the red, the green and the orange, and this allows us to create a custom user profile for the Skoog to be used in different ways. So an example of that might be if I wanted to play the Skoog maybe using my chin or my feet, then I would want to reduce the sensitivity of the top surface that I'm leaning on so that it's not playing all the time. And then I would ideally put it into poly mode. This will allow me then to there you see, and now I can manipulate it using my chin. Remember, all the parts of the Skoog are sensitive and adjustable, so you can really have a play around with setting up in different ways. And you can then, when you have a custom profile, you can save that using the save dialog here and create, let's call this Ben Chin. There we go. Click OK. There we go. Save, put it somewhere sensible, and that will create a saved user profile that I can load in and use again later and add to in different ways. On the advanced panel here as well, we also have buttons to turn sides on or off. So I can just lock it down to one of the surfaces if I wish. And we also have the controls for the twist tilt control here. So let's show you how those work. Let's go on to the flute. Here we go. Go to the advanced panel again. And here I can engage the twist tilt functions by pressing one of the twist tilt function buttons here. And you can see there as I'm twisting, I'm starting to create a change in the embouchure. There we go. Or I can just turn it on and off manually using the button at the top of the channel there. I can also adjust the second expressive parameter here. So this I can make the sound more or less breathy. And these different parameters are different for each of the instruments. So if I go to the marimba, say, and go back to the advanced settings, then here I can manually adjust beta hardness and explore different timbral elements there. And also if I turn this on, I can manually adjust strike position as I'm playing by twisting it. So there's a lot of adjustment that can be made there and a lot of different settings that can be played with. We also have some threshold settings for the percussive instruments that can help with playability when you're adjusting the setup in different ways. So those are the two key ways of adjusting the sensitivity of your Skoog.